Controlling people are the most fearful. Hey guys, it's John. I am back again because I wanted to talk about the concept of controlling people. In my life, I've had a lot of controlling people. Three spouses that were extremely controlling people. I've had, and let me talk about that for a second. Not all of them were controlling out of narcissism. Some of them were controlling out of their own personal circumstances, their own personal health circumstances, and they're trying to control their environment because it was the one thing they could control. And so then there were the other ones who were just narcissists, and who just were trying to control their environment because they wanted to have control of those environments. And you'll find that the narcissists are usually the most controlling of all of them. But the reason they're controlling is because of the fact that they're terrified. Because if they let things out of their control, then something might happen to them. And it's an interesting thing. I recently had an experience where someone manipulated me by telling me something that was untrue, so that I would do something on their timeline instead of mine. And it was interesting because I didn't see it before it happened, and I did change my timeline, and I lost an entire day off because of it, and ended up bumping some things, and I was manipulated with a story that was untrue. And when I look back at it now, I see it from the perspective of this person wanted something, so they created a story to control the narrative so they could bump things up. And it wasn't about the need for it to happen in that way. It was more about for the need for them to get what they wanted. And when it happened, it was really a realization of their own self-importance. You know, they were afraid if this didn't happen in this time frame, that somebody else would have to wait longer, and there was a lot involved in it. But when you look at it from the idea of what were they really trying to control, they were trying to control the situation because they were trying to do something for somebody else, and they didn't like the way it was going to happen because of my time frame. You know, I'm booked out till October right now, and so they wanted this to be bumped up. And so they created a story. And when I asked for more details, she said, well, talk to them. When I talked to the person, it wasn't at all what the other person had made it out to be, but I was already there. So it wasn't like I could just say, well, I can't now. I'm going to do it now. But when I look at it from the perspective of what happened in the situation, the controlling person manipulated facts to create this new experience out of their own insecurities and desire for things to happen on their time frame. And that's all we really need to know about the circumstance. But in reality, it's because the person was controlling, and the person was manipulative, and the person was insecure. They wanted to have it done on their time frame. They felt that they were important enough that it should happen the way they want it to happen. And rather than manifesting something beautiful, they created a story. Now, the person that I ended up speaking with was lovely, and it was a great experience. But the person who set it up, it did harm their reputation with me, because I discovered that there was a manipulation. There was a manipulation out of their need to control the situation. And it was really one of those situations where I realized that now when I deal with this person, I have to now deal with them to whether they're truthful or not, whether they're telling me something they want to have happen, or whether they are being honest with me. I tend to believe most people are honest, and I tend to come at people talking from a place of believing them. And in reality, this person has harmed my ability to do that with them now. Because, you know, there's a famous Mark Twain quote. Says, when you tell the truth, you have nothing to remember. Right? Right? Yeah, you don't have to remember anything, basically. When you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything. Because, whenever you tell a manipulated story or something like that, you now are going down this rabbit hole where you've got to cover that truth. You've got to cover that story that is not truth. And you've got to make it seem like truth. And it's sad because, it was, let me put it this way, it was sad, but it wasn't surprising in this personal situation. But because the idea of the manipulation, when someone's manipulating, it's because of they believe they themselves, and they believe in their own self-importance over yours. They don't believe in equality. They don't believe in thinking about other people's experience. And when I look at that person now, I feel sorry for her. I feel sorry for her because she is going through life thinking she's more important than everybody else's time frame. She's going to be creating a wake behind her of disgruntled people, because it's going to be revealed. I mean, it was revealed to me within minutes, really quickly. I was very quickly understanding it wasn't at all as it was portrayed. And so now there's this wake behind her that is of disgruntled people, right? Now she can't turn around and go back to those people and expect them to be open with her again, because they know that she's not trustworthy. And trust is developed by results over time, and the results over time of a manipulative or controlling person is they get less and less trusted, and they lose more and more control, because people stop giving them control, because now they know their control is based upon a manipulation or a story. And so be you to your fullest, unapologetically. And if something's happening that you want to see changed, don't make up a story or manipulate something around it that will make someone act differently, because you're just burning a bridge at that point. And your experience with that person in the future won't be to your liking, because they're not going to trust you. I just wanted to say that and have that out there. You guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. See ya. Bye.
Thank you so much for watching. The John of New channel is solely funded by your generous donations and purchases of private readings and merchandise. To help out, go to johnofnew.com or use the donation link in the description below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.